Hello, fellow Murdlers. Today is Monday, June 3rd, 2024, and it's a great day to solve a murder. In fact, it's a great day to solve my 100th Murdle in a row. This is the 100th day I've done my Murdle videos, so just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who's tuned in. It's been honestly such a great pleasure getting to interact with y'all and hear how you enjoy the puzzle and how you think about it as well. So thanks so much for tuning in, and let's get started with the complex case of the murder that was under somebody's car. Today we have 3 4x4 grids with suspects, locations, and weapons, and our red murder clue is that the murder took place under somebody's car. All right, we are right in line with the title today, so we can go ahead and say probably the murder is going to take place in the parking lot. Let's go ahead and say that the where is the parking lot, and we'll use our clues and evidence and our detective's notebook to figure out who was in the parking lot and what they brought to commit the murder. So let's start with suspects. We have Chef Aubergine, Bishop Azure, Dr. Crimson, and Grandmaster Rose. The weapons today are a bottle of cheap liquor, a trained vicious rabbit, a saw, and a fake sword. And the locations today are the parking lot, the main stage, the private library, and the close-up table. All right, let's dive into our clues and evidence. A Libra had the bottle of cheap liquor. Let's check out who our Libras are. Chef Aubergine, and it's only Chef Aubergine, so we'll give Chef Aubergine the bottle of cheap liquor. Okay, we have an anagram, and it's going to be hinged on an A. I'm going to learn my lesson from last time, and I'm going to write this down real quickly. So let me pause. Okay, so I took a second, I wrote it down. So we know that the Z's are going to be A's. There's no letter I, so there's never I saw this or anything like that. There's no first person narrative. So it's going to be A if you see a single letter. So we can go ahead and swap all the Z's for A's. So we've got a few. And I think I feel pretty good about DZH being WAS. I think it's going to be was discovered. That's just my best guess knowing the puzzle. Let's see if that plays out, because if the H is S, then that's blank blank S, and it's the same length as discovered. Oh, okay, so it is that, and that would also mean it's a swap. So this is the Caesar cipher, right? Because it's a 1-to-1 swap. So D is W and then W is D. So discovered. And that also works with E being V and V being E. Discovered. Okay, so R is I and I is R. So I. And do we have M yet? No, I don't think so. What else do we have? We have H is S and SL, maybe? Slash. And then this might be Mark. Yeah, Mark. So N is M and M is I. Or sorry, M is N and N is M. Okay, so slash mark was discovered in A, and then if K is P, then P is K, so P, and do we have an F yet? No, but we have D, D, L, E, paddle, puddle, puddle, it must be puddle, then this must be of, puddle of, milk. It's going to be milk again, that weird milk thing, which apparently is a Houdini reference, which I did not know, but that's pretty cool. Okay, so slash mark was discovered in a puddle of milk. I know that doesn't make any sense, but we're going to go with it. So a slash mark was discovered in a puddle of milk. Okay, so that's going to be the main stage. The milk can escape. Oh, you know what? Okay, so I was reading this last time as like the milk can escape. Like I don't know. But it's like it's saying as in the milk can escape. I was reading the wrong like there. All right, so we've got a slash mark. So let's see what leaves a slash mark. Sawdust for the saw, slash mark. So that's going to be the fake sword. The fake sword was on the main stage in a puddle of milk. Milk can as a noun, not milk can as a verb. Man, English is dumb sometimes, honestly. All right. Okay, so we've got the fake sword on the main stage. Great. Okay, the second tallest suspect was in whatever the opposite of love is with the person who brought a trained vicious rabbit. Oof, a lot to unpack here. So we need to figure out first who the second tallest suspect is. And then we can only say that they did not have the trained vicious rabbit. We're not going to look for any sort of past relationships or anything like that. It's just a relationship clue. So Chef Aubergine is 5'2", 5'4", 5'9", and 5'7". Grandmaster Rose is going to be the second tallest by that, and therefore Grandmaster Rose did not have the trained vicious rabbit. We also can say a few things here. Since we know Chef Aubergine did not have the fake sword, we can say that Chef Aubergine was not on the main stage. Bishop Azure had a saw. Comparatively, like, very straightforward compared to that one. Okay, Bishop Azure had a saw, so that leaves just Dr. Crimson for the trained vicious rabbit, and that will give Grandmaster Rose the fake sword. That means that Grandmaster Rose must have been on the main stage and could not have been the murderer today. Let's see, do we have anything else yet? No, I think that's it. A brown hair was found at the close-up table. Okay, so I know Aubergine has blonde hair. We've got brown hair and red hair. So it's going to be Azure at the close-up table. Dr. Crimson had never been in the private library. All right, if Dr. Crimson had never been in the private library, that means that Chef Aubergine was, which means Dr. Crimson was our murderer today in the parking lot with the trained vicious rabbit. So let's go ahead and mark that in. We have Dr. Crimson in the parking lot with a trained vicious rabbit. Before I go ahead and see if we were right, I'm just going to take a moment and fill out the rest of the detective's notebook here. All right, that really just was a moment, but there we go. Everything's all filled out. So again, we have Dr. Crimson with the trained vicious rabbit in the parking lot. Let's go ahead for the 100th time and see if we were right. All right, we were right. Thanks so much for playing along with me today. I hope this was a helpful walkthrough, and we'll see you tomorrow for 101.